Hello, welcome. We're going to do a 1-hour yin yoga practice today, which is just going to focus a little bit on hips and shoulders, but we'll target full body. So just finding a comfortable seat, and we're just going to settle in with a little bit of pranayama and meditation to start. So as you arrive into a comfortable seat, just allow the hands to rest onto the knees and the eyes closed down. Without altering or controlling the breath, just start to become aware of your natural breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And as you continue to find your natural breath, start to become fascinated with the breath. Noticing where you feel the breath most. Noticing your breath rhythm. Observing its depth. And starting to become aware of any areas within the body that might be tight or tense. Maybe through the shoulders, through the neck, through the lower back or hips. Maybe even through the face, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the space between your eyebrows at the third eye. And if you have any aches or pains, we're going to start to exhale them away. As we continue to exhale, letting go of whatever is no longer serving us, we start to create space. More space for breath, more space for positive energy and light. Start to feel yourself expanding, illuminating. We'll start to deepen our breath as well now. So as you breathe in through the nose, I want the breath to be just a continuous, smooth inhale. Try not to sip or chop the breath up. And same on the exhale, just let the breath slowly leave the body, nice and smooth. No pause in between, and keeping each inhale and exhale the same amount of time that it goes in and out. So allowing an exhalation just to clear the system completely, and then breathing in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing to breathe on your own, remembering that the breath is smooth on the inhale and smooth on the exhale. You can continue with the same count of breath, or if you feel comfortable, you can increase to a count of 7. As we use our lungs like a muscle, we build them stronger and stronger, increasing its capacity and breath. And utilizing the breath in allowing the process of slowing down. On your last exhalation now, we'll come back to a natural breath and just bring our palms pressed together in front of the heart. Opening with one sweet chant of Om as we take a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling completely. Inhale to prepare. Just quietly opening through the eyes. So coming into a child's pose to start. If you have a bolster handy, you're more than welcome to use that. So just taking the knees as wide as that feels comfortable. Then we're going to just let our forehead and our arms rest down towards the floor, or you can take your chest onto the bolster if you do have one. We want to continue to sink the hips towards the heels. And just allow the eyes to close down. So we allow that process of coming internally. It's when we eliminate those distractions from our external world, then we can truly connect to our true authentic self. Clearing the mind, and just becoming more in touch with who we truly are. And as you continue to settle in with your practice, there may be a lot going on within the mind, conversations or memories. Try to exhale that mind chatter away. We shift from our usual mode of doing to a mode of non-doing, a mode of just simply being. Continuing to soften through the hips, through the shoulders, settling into stillness. And slowly coming all the way up. We're just going to turn our bolster horizontally now and just come to face the long side edge of your mat. So if you don't have a bolster, just grab a pillow or a block. You can even drape a blanket over top so it's a little bit more comfortable. And we just want to take a nice little gap between your hip and your bolster so that as you come down, we're just draping the side of the body over the bolster and allowing the shoulder to reach over the other side. So we're going to take our arms nice and long, palms are going to come together, and just breathing here. So we're just targeting a nice little stretch through that side body. Let the legs go long. And then just allow the eyes to close down. Throughout your practice, I encourage you to resist the urge or temptation to move or fidget. Sometimes we're just so used to being on the go and moving and going from here to there that our body isn't used to slowing down, nor is the mind. So it wants to keep busy and it gets bored and it wants you to move without the need to. So any temptations to fidget, or even release out of the pose early, just try to exhale them away. Instead, we settle in a little deeper. And we'll slowly come all the way up. So just leaving your bolster or props where they are. And then we're going to come to stand onto the knees. So just walk yourself away as much as you can, where the forearms are going to come down onto the bolster, and then you're going to stay standing up onto the knees. So we want to allow our knees to stay tracked right underneath the hips. And then as we come into this position, the tailbone stays high, and we just melt the chest in between the arms down towards the floor. So just breathing here. Try not to allow the hips to sink down towards the heels. We want to keep the tailbone high. We allow even more space for the heart to sink. Just continue to focus on the breath. Let go of any resistance, any tension. And gently release, walking yourself back up. We're going to face the opposite long side edge of the mat now, and then just coming onto that hip, draping the side of your body over your bolster or props, and then taking the arms overhead, palms together. Close down through the eyes. Just breathing here. And slowly going all the way up. So from here, we're going to come into a double pigeon or a fire log pose. So I'll give you a couple options. Ideally, if the knees are happy and healthy, we're going to stack our ankles and feet, creating a nice square or box shape. That might be too much for the knees, or you might not be able to drop that top knee. It might be lifted up quite high. So that will be if your hips are really, really tight. So if that's the case, just going to take one foot in front of each other, bring one foot in right close, and then the other foot's actually going to come far forward, so that as you fold forward, ideally it's going to be underneath the head. You can even stack something underneath, which will deepen the stretch through the hips. So just kind of play with that if the hips or knees are a little bit sensitive. Otherwise, we're just going to stack it up, flex through the ankles. Try not to let that top ankle sickle in. So if anything, we actually almost want it hanging over the edge. And then when you're ready, just nice big breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to slowly come down. So just allow that top knee to drop. And just coming down to about 80%. So we don't always have to go as deep as we can right off the bat. Let your body just slowly open up with your breath. If you want to use a yoga block or your bolster or something underneath the head as support, you're more than welcome to do that. And we're about halfway through now, so see if you can soften just that little bit deeper now. And slowly release. From here, we're just going to take that top leg all the way across and walk the bottom foot over so that the knees basically stack now. So taking your heels towards your hips, either side, and then we're going to take a nice big breath in, reaching the arms all the way up, and just crossing at the upper arms. So the elbows bend, and then we're going to take our palms together, so little eagle arms. And then just big breath in. Exhale, folding forward. Again, you can take your elbows on top of a block or even just taking the elbows over that top knee. So try to encourage that top knee down, and we'll breathe here. So a little bit of a double whammy, shoulders and hips. Just breathe, especially if these areas in your body are quite tight. Just connect deeper to your breath. Just keep in mind what leg you have over top, what arm you have over top, so that when we come to the other side, we can do the opposite. So for me, I've got my right arm on top, my right leg on top. Just keep melting. Chest coming down towards the thighs, towards the knee. And slowly release, going all the way up. Releasing the arms. We're going to keep the legs just as they are. And so if you've got your right leg on top, we're going to take your left hand down to the floor. And then big breath in, right arm reaches nice and tall. And exhale, just reaching over to the left. So we want to keep our right hip down, or sit bones down. So sit bones to the floor, but we just soften through that bottom shoulder. And then just peel back through the top shoulder. As long as the sit bones stay grounded, you're more than welcome to start to walk that bottom hand away so that we deepen the stretch through the side body. Just breathe. Don't move. Stay still. Everything is temporary. Just be in this moment. Thirty more seconds. And inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, just release that top arm. Beautiful. So we're just gonna unslide and we're gonna switch. So coming to our double pigeon or log pose, on the other side. So if you had the feet separated or knees separated, take your opposite foot into the middle and the other foot comes forward, or we stack ankles and knees nice and square, flexing through the feet, and big breath in, and then exhale, we come forward. So again, just 80%. Take your time to arrive into the stretch. Each side might be a little different, so if you do need to adjust or change positions to honor your body, go ahead and do that, and then settle into stillness. Going a little deeper now. Keep focusing on the breath. If you notice any physical sensations within the body, whether tingling or heating or cooling, as the prana or the chi starts to circulate, just acknowledge that and then let it go, come back to the breath. And slowly we come all the way up. So we're gonna slide so that our knees are stacked now. Coming into our eagle arms. So big breath in, nice and tall, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Crossing the opposite arm over top. So for me it'll be my left, bending at the elbows and pressing the palms. Big breath in. And exhale, we start to hinge forward, stretching through the hips to the shoulders, keeping both sit bones flat to the floor. Just breathing here. As you surrender a little deeper, let go of any resistance, any holding back, and really just let yourself soften. Go deeper with the exhale, go deeper with the stretch. Slowly coming all the way up, nice and tall through the spine. We're releasing the arms. And then taking your right hand beside you now. Big breath in. Left arm lifts. And exhale, reaching over. So both sit bones stay grounded. And as long as that happens, you can really walk that bottom hand away from you as much as you like. See if you can open the heart by peeling back through that top shoulder and just soften that bottom shoulder. No earrings. Keep softening through the face. Through the shoulders. Just 10 more seconds. And inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Whew, feel free to give those legs a little flutter. And then we're gonna take them nice and wide, coming into a little dragonfly stretch. So as wide as that feels comfortable, feel free to grab a blanket if you want and just kind of roll that up and prop it underneath the hips. So that'll help your pelvis to tilt forward. You can use any other props that you might have, such as your bolster, and then just big breath in. And on the exhale, you start to just lean forward, building up with any other props that you might have handy to support the head. And just breathe here. So as the water molecules within the myofascia reestablish now, you might start to feel that tingling or heating or cooling within the legs. Maybe little pins and needles. So that's all perfectly normal. But try not to fixate too much on those sensations and just connect to your breath. See if you can come a little deeper now. And slowly coming all the way up. Coming onto the back now. So just making sure if you have a bolster or some pillows that's handy, but not completely essential for this one. So as you come onto your back, we're just going to come into our happy baby pose, lifting the hips. Just take your bolster underneath the hips or to the sacrum, little flat bit at the base of the spine. And bending the knees, we're going to thread the arms through onto the insides of the legs, grabbing the soles of the feet. And just taking the feet flat to the sky with the knees bent down towards the earth, either side of the body. Head's going to stay flat. And just breathing here. If you don't have a bolster, that's fine. We can still come into this position. But if you do have a bolster, it does help to elevate the hips, adding just a nice release through the lower back. Let me just allow ourselves to settle in once again. Keeping that focus internally with the eyes closed. Let the mind become even more quiet. Let the knees melt deeper to the earth. And gently releasing now. So you're more than welcome to remove the bolster altogether. Or if you want to keep it for Shavasana, just lifting the hips, sliding it down, and taking it underneath the knees. From here, just let yourself settle in. Rest in the arms, however that feels comfortable for you. I'm just closing through the eyes. As you arrive into a comfortable position, resting onto your back, start to focus on your inhale and exhale. Just rising, just falling. And then bringing your focus to your tailbone, to our root chakra, Muladhara, which is the color red. And as you focus onto this area and the color red, we connect to our grounding and our earthing energy. Finding our stability, our security. And then moving up the spine to the space between your tailbone and your belly button, to our sacral chakra, which is the color orange. This is our creative chakra, our reproductive energy center. Focusing on the color orange. And then working your way up the spine to your navel, solar plexus, and the color yellow. This is our chakra responsible for our gut intuition. To trust in ourselves. Just continuing to breathe here as you focus on the navel and the color yellow. And working your way up to your chest and to your heart chakra or Anahata chakra, located at the heart, in the color green. And this energy center is our connection to love and compassion, our ability to forgive and to offer others empathy. Allowing the heart to open now as you focus on this area in the color green. Moving our attention now up to the throat, to our Vishuddha chakra, throat chakra, the color blue. And this energy center is responsible for our communication, for our ability to speak our truth. Focusing on the throat area in the color blue. And then moving up to our Agni chakra, or third eye, space between the eyebrows. This is the color violet, and it allows us to connect to our inner wisdom, our inner knowing. To see things as they truly are. Focusing on the third eye and the color violet. And finally up to our crown chakra, Sahasrara. It's the color white or clear, purity. It's our connection to our higher power, or a higher being, whoever or whatever that might be for you. And so now, as we connect to all 7 chakras, feel their light and color becoming bright like a rainbow, fully in alignment. And perhaps there was a particular chakra or energy center that you connected deeper with. So taking the time now to come back to that chakra and focusing on the area and its color. The eyes remaining closed, we'll start to slowly awaken the body, moving however that feels organic to you. Releasing your concentration on your chakra and just start to come back to your awareness of breath. And with the eyes closed, we'll start to shift onto our right hand side. Staying here for just another few moments. And then allow the hands to guide you as you slowly come all the way up. Finding a comfortable seat. We'll bring our palms together with our thumbs connecting to the third eye, repeating after me if you wish. For hopes and dreams. And to the lips for truth and honesty. And to the heart for love and compassion. Gently bowing forward, honoring the beauty and the light within all of us. And to the teacher of all things, together we say, Namaste. Thank you.